It's Chaos in the Zone at 91.3. That one's featuring Kevin Drew and Sam Roberts. It's called Valhalla. And this is really an honor, actually, to have the icon in the studio himself right now.
Stop.
Chaos is here.
Stop.
You are, man.
Stop. Thank you for having me.
And it's his birthday, too. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Actually, huge fan of Sam Roberts, who's doing an amazing tour right now. Kevin Drew, all on tour. Everyone's just like going out and killing it and slaying.
Okay.
So it's great that you played that song because I was like, X-Men Unite.
Right. Well, this is, I think, what we really were curious about. Sam's playing in a couple of days here.
It's probably sold out.
It is?
Yeah.
Will you get a chance to connect with him here in Victoria? Is there any kind of crossover?
Sam is just like Bruce Springsteen. I'm like Clarence, the sax player. Like, if he calls me up, so be it.
Yeah.
But also, too, it's like, that's one of my best friends, and I'm so happy that people are like, just piling up to see him because he has one of the best live shows in Canada. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to be here, but y'all better show up because if you miss that, you're going to miss rock and roll in its purest form.
Oh, I love that. And just off the air, we were talking about your connection to Victoria and how you played your first live show ever was in Victoria.
Yeah. So like I had Crab Bucket came out, and then my manager was like, you got to sold out show in Victoria. It's at Legends. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you better kill it. And so I walked out on stage, and there was so much weed smoke that, like, I literally, like, stumbled on stage. Like, I was like, this is the best. And I hadn't played with a live band before.
Wow.
So it was my first show, and it was incredible. Also, too, Nelly Furtado was at that show as well.
Whoa.
And I think she's from the
here.
Yeah. So she was like, at that time she was called Nell Star. That was her name. But she was like, that's when she first saw me, and we just like became super close and like started collaborating. So Victoria holds this special. Y'all are just crazy out here. You love music, mm-hmm. and you just don't flinch. If something is great, you love it. And like, you're more kind of true than Vancouver in that way because you just go for it. Mm. I was going to use the word hippie, but I stuttered.
There's a little bit of that. And I think a lot of Victorians would be really happy with that comparison to Vancouver.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
are we live right now? You can't
yeah. We still reach Vancouver, too, by the way.
Have you kept up with Nelly?
Yes.
Yeah?
She's hosting the Junos. We just talked 2 weeks ago. I was like, you good? She's like, yes.
Nice.
We're great. We hung out, like, she just showed history like a month ago, and I showed up. She killed it. It's just good that everybody, like I said, all my friends who are amazing musicians are just getting better and better, so it's dope.
Well, it does feel that way. It feels like this, music industry in Canada does have this really wonderful community, but that's real, and you really are. You do have these friendships. I know what I saw and what I was loving recently was also your song was used in the trailer for the final season of Letterkenny, that teaser trailer.
But that was crazy.
Was that crazy?
When they sent me that, I was like, yo, this is nuts. Like, you guys know this. And it was like, it wasn't like Sunday Morning at Crab Bucket. It was like B-Boy Stance.
Yes.
Like an obscure track that they decided to, which is a total, like, respect to those guys because they know the music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack on that show is so good.
So good. And it must be part of that like community of creatives just across this country who supports and want to have those friendships.
And also just a lot of people grew up hearing that. And I think one of the most important things about music that I love the most is that there's that moment when you're really young and the music that you hear, you grow up and you like, nostalgia is like this moment where you hear something and it takes you back to that moment. Mm-hmm. And I think that's happening now because there's like a lot of nostalgia happening where people are like, oh my God, Usher. I'm like, that's your nostalgia.
Yeah.
My nostalgia was like, Neil Young or like 70s rock. But now I'm realizing nostalgia is like 90s hip hop. I'm like, wow, I'm nostalgia now. Yeah. This is interesting. It's fun.
Wild. Yeah, we're chatting with Chaos, who's performing tonight at Capitol Ballroom, and we're talking about just like the Canadian music industry and some heroes in Canadian music. You recently got connected with Drake, and you've worked with him for your next album. Is that right? How did this happen?
It's a crazy story. A friend of mine, Matt Babel, who was a host on Much Music. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
he works with Drake now. He's one of the managers. And he was like, yo, I pulled up on Drake and he was in the studio and he was like pumping Sunday morning in the studio. He's like, where is this guy? Like, I love this dude. And so he gave him my number and he hit me up and we just started talking. And he's like, yo, I'm going to pay for your next album. And it was a crazy statement that he threw out there. I'm like, but I'm signed already. He's like, yo, forget those guys. I'm executive producing.
Wow.
So I go, why? He's like, I need quality control. He's like, I want a Chaos record. I want like a 2008 Chaos record. I don't want like a new Chaos record. So I'd send him material. He's like, this is all right. This is good. And between the back and forth between of us, I came up with like a 10-song record where he's like, I hate this. I love this. I just think he kind of was a kid when my music came out. And he's like, I want you to make a record that I would love now. And he's, in that way, he's like the best boss ever.
Wow.
So we did that and it's done and it comes out in August.
That's so
So I'm
awesome.
so excited that
Yeah.
like, it was just the weirdest circumstance. That dude just does the weirdest, coolest, you guys know, he just does whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
it was like an amazing, and also too, it's like he has a lot of respect for all of that, all of the Socrates, Choclair, Cardinal. He loves us all, but I'm his favorite, of course.
Yeah.
Let's just.
It sounds like it.
He's not paying for those guys' records.
The new album's coming out. There's already one song, Invulnerable, that's out now.
It's about to. Yeah, it's out. Yes, but it's yes.
Yeah. And I was listening to it today. I was enjoying it, and I was reading a little bit about it and what's behind it. But I wanted to know, in your words, what does it mean to you to make yourself invulnerable?
I mean, this. Oh, I could really go on right now. Talk about my ex-girlfriend and the emo, but I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is that sometimes you have to know that there's power in not reacting. And I think we live in a very reactive society, whether it's like commenting or DMing or responding. Sometimes you just have to like not say anything and just stay in your mode. To me, right now, invulnerable means sort of just like not reacting, because we live in a reactive society. Like we live in a like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter society where someone says something and everyone reacts, and sometimes it takes that power just not to react. Someone says something and you're just like, I have to react. So to me, now invulnerable means sort of like the literal definition of invulnerable means there you go. See that? I used a pregnant pause. Y'all didn't know what to do. You're like, what's he gonna say?
I feel that.
Is
yeah.
he frozen? Is he sleeping? Is he wearing sunglasses? Should we just let him snooze for the rest of it? We're just going to snore in a moment.
Yeah. That was powerful.
It is such a pleasure having you in here. I'm such a big fan. It's so nice
I'm
to
gonna throw
meet
you for a loop. You don't know what's gonna happen next. It's gonna be pure chaos.
Yeah.
Hey, nice. Performing tonight at Capitol Ballroom. You can get your tickets through thezone.fm. Get those tickets. It's going to be fun, a little full circle moment here in Victoria. And
Thank
go to
you.
Big Bad John's after, right?
We'll crush some peanuts and we will do some shots. Victoria, I love you. Come out tonight. It's my birthday. Let's go.
Love it.
Chaos, everybody. Oh, that's so good. Here now is Sunday morning. It's in the zone at 91.3.